Hey YouTube, Barbas here. Welcome to the first series of tutorials on RPG Maker VX Ace. Today we'll learn how to create a great quest system similar to the ones utilized in World of Warcraft and many other MMORPGs out there. The basic principle of this quest is that in order to complete it, you need to eliminate or kill a certain amount of monsters of a single kind. For example, you need to kill 3 blue slimes to complete your quest. Then you go to the NPC or non-playable character to return your completed quest. They will give you either money, equipment, items, or information in return. In this tutorial, I will go through the process of creating this type of quest on a basic or high level. Please note that there are multiple additions and modifications possible to this type of quest since it allows for a wide variety of combinations, including picture editing. I am working on RPG Maker VX Ace. I have installed the Schala Battle System from Atelier RGSS, which is based in SAS AVS Action Hero battle systems. To me, this is one of the greatest battle systems ever created in RPG Maker, and I plan on making tutorials on both SAS and Schala since they are practically none out there that we can use. This tutorial will be completed by the use of events and variables, and there is no scripting involved, which makes it approachable to beginners and advanced users alike. So in all of my tutorials, I will include a demo with a completed lesson so you can download it and study how it was made. So please pay attention to the high-level explanation and take actions to edit it and customize it on your own. Okay, so here we go. You can see my screen and you notice that I have a couple of events on the top, and then I have 3 enemy slimes, and then I have an NPC character. So basically I have 1 NPC event character, 3 blue slimes, and the 2 events you see on the corner are 1 variable counter event and 1 auto run event to initialize the game. We'll start by placing the auto run initialize event. So go to your map and create a new event. So on this particular event, what you can see, I have only initialized the party members in my troop and added 1 single character and removed the rest. This event is entirely optional, but it is a good control way to address party member amounts. In this particular event, what I did was adding my main party member and removing the rest of my party. I then added a self switch to turn this particular event off. So trigger it as a parallel process and create a second page that triggers on a self switch of your selection. Turn it off and choose the trigger on action button so you cannot, you don't get into an infinite loop of some sort. That's pretty much it on that particular event. Then we'll go to the NPC event, which is kind of the meat of the system. So start by placing an event in the map, choose a graphic and create 4 event pages, like so. I chose this graphic here, but really you can choose whatever graphic you have in your database or even import your own graphic. When you do that, you create 4 pages, and you can even duplicate once you have set it up with a graphic and with a trigger and action button. You can create either 4 new pages or duplicate the first one and create 4 pages in total. The first page will be, on page number 1, we'll do the following actions. We'll use the display text feature to create the context or background of the quest. For example, the village is in danger, the crops are being attacked by monsters, or the population of such monsters has increased recently, or whatever you would like your quest storyline to be. Number two, after your text or story, we'll give the player the option to accept or decline the quest. And for that, we'll use the Show Choices feature. So you can add as many choices as you'd like, but you have to set one option or one choice that accepts the quest and one option that declines the quest. So display a message in a transparent window or any other type that indicates that the quest has been activated or started, or any indication for the player that he has accepted the quest. You can do this in many ways. For this tutorial, I will do it by showing a simple message on the screen. So again, you have the text, which basically says, hello hero, we need your help to save our village. You see, the slimes have been causing a great deal of trouble and we need to do something. So if you could kill, and this is where we define the amount of slimes that we want the player to kill. I will just put 3. If you could kill 3 slimes, we would be forever in your death. That's it. And then, would you help us, hero? And then we show choices, and then we make sure to have at least one choice that equals the acceptance of the quest and one choice that equals declining the quest. So we'll do under the choice that accepts the quest, I have it set like slimes, you betcha. So, okay, you display a text. Thank you, hero. Bring me a sample of their blood as proof. How creepy. Okay, and then we'll display a simple message on the screen that activated the quest, and you can go now and kill as many slimes as you want. So that's it. And then we'll have one of the things that we need to set up, and I duplicated this for some reason. So you have control variables, and when you do that, we're going to set up the variable which is counting how many slimes we're killing so far, and we're going to name that something identifiable. So you go to game progression under number 1 tab, you go to control variables, and then under single, you click on the browse button to explore the many variable slots you have, and you choose one of them and name it something you identify. I chose variable 81, and I named it quest 1 blue slimes, which is something very easy for me. This is quest number 1, and the slimes are blue, so this is kind of the way I use to identify which quest I'm on and things like that. Okay, so I chose that quest, and that's it. So I set the variable to a constant of 0, and I click OK. When I do that, the quest value resets immediately to 0, and that's what we want. Then we set a control self switch A to on, which is triggering the page number 2, and that's pretty much it. So under the option that the player chose to decline the quest, you can just put a display text message, and that's pretty much it. You end the branches immediately, and that's pretty much what it is. So we'll go to page number 2 on that event. On page number 2, this is the page where your player has accepted the quest, so we need to give the player some acknowledgement that they have accepted. So I'm just displaying a message, and I'm just saying good luck in your quest, hero. That's it. This could be whatever you want. You can have further explanation or something like thank you for accepting, Mr. Hero. You'll save our village if you kill 3 slimes or something like that. But in this particular message, I'll just put good luck in your quest, and that's it. So we'll go to page number 3, and I'm sorry if I'm going too fast. Ask any questions you may have in the comment section below, and I'll answer as soon as possible as well. So let's go to page 3. This is the counter or the reward system. This is when we activate another set of events or actions when the player has killed the amount of enemies that we were supposed to kill. In this particular example, we were supposed to kill 3 blue slimes, and once you kill those 3, then you are eligible for your rewards. And as I said, it could be items, could be money, could be equipment or information, or even another quest. You name that, right? So we'll set the trigger condition to a variable, the variable we selected, which is quest 1, blue slimes, to a value of 3 or above, because you can definitely kill more than 3 if you want. So we trigger that as an action button, so the player needs to return to the NPC to trigger that reward. So we put a text on that, and we display, wow, you really killed the 3 slimes, you're awesome, here, take this as a token of our appreciation, and that's it. After this, what I did was play some special effect, and I do that, you can do that by going into page 2 and play special effect. And you can choose the special effect you want. In this particular event, I chose the coin event, which is just kind of gives the player the hint that he's about to receive money. There you go. Okay, so then we'll change the currency. In this particular example, I changed the gold to an amount, so I increased the gold by a constant of 1,000, and I'm giving the player 1,000 gold as a reward. And then I played some kind of fanfare, which is a basic victory sound that you can play on the background, and it's going to be on top of your background music, so it's going to be a little, your background music is going to lower the volume a little bit, and the fanfare is going to play on top of it, and it's going to sound something like this. Which is kind of a celebration that you completed the quest and that you're ready to move with your life. And then we've displayed an acknowledgement text that you were given 1,000 gold. And after this happens, we don't want this quest to repeat itself, because you will certainly meet the conditions again. So we'll turn the self switch B on, and we'll put it into a page 4. Self switch B has to be on for this to activate, so we'll end officially the progression of the quest, and we prevent for it to be repeatable and to get infinite amount of money. So we'll just put a text message in here, and that's it. That's pretty much most of the quest system. So now this is going to be, so that this particular section is going to be very specific to the Schala Battle System. And I have to make this disclaimer, because if you're using something like Yanfly, Yami, or any other type of battle systems out there, an RPG maker, then your process might be a little bit different to increase variables upon death of enemies, or to increase or activate switches or things like that. So please refer to the documentation of your specific battle system and increase the variable numbers or activate switch according to that, depending on how the enemies are handled on that particular event. On my battle system, Schala Battle System, we have the ability to activate switches upon deaths of enemies. So the enemy, when it has the ability to turn the switch on when it dies. And that is a feature that I use very often to create many different sequences of events. So be warned that if you're not using the Schala Battle System, this part of the process will be a little different for you. The main thing you need to understand is that upon killing the enemy selected for your quest, you need to increase the variable we used to count by 1 unit. So do that in whatever platform you are utilizing in your own battle system. So if you want, of course, for me to do that battle system in a different way and use a different battle system, leave your comments in the section below, and I'll try to do a tutorial on how to do that same quest on a different platform and a different battle system. So, that disclaimer away, we'll go and make sure the enemies are set up correctly. So, for those that use Schala Battle System, you'll be familiar that you need to set up your enemies with a specific name, such as the greater and lower signs in between, and then you put the enemy, and the number represents the ID number in the enemy's database. So we have the enemy's database, and the enemy number 1 is the slime, and you have the ability to tweak the slime's parameters such as HP, attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense, agility and luck, or any other. And you can even set up the rewards for killing the specific enemy to give experience or anything like that. What is very important for those that are using this battle system is that you activate a switch upon death, which is this note on the the bottom right section. So in this particular case, I'm activating the switch 99, which in my particular case, I use that switch to count and increase the variable for in 1 unit. So that's all you need to do. The enemy event itself doesn't have anything. It just moves at random directions in a very slower fashion, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't have any scripting or content. But this event right here is the one that is counting and increasing the variables. So when the slime is dead, it will activate the switch 99, which is the one I created. So this particular switch, I used it here, slime dead. You can put the name here, whatever name you want, and that's pretty much what it is. So you have to trigger this particular event on the death of your enemies so that you can control the variable we're using, and you can increase that by 1. So we'll increase the quest variable by 1 unit by clicking on add constant number 1 and clicking OK. When you do that, then you have the ability, and this is entirely optional. I do it because I want to show you that you can create actions after that. You don't have to do it this way. There are many different ways to display how the numbers are being counted. For example, you can have a text in a picture, the name of your enemies in a picture, and then you can have a template for numbers. And then what you can do is place the slime text on the middle of your screen to the right or to the left, and then you can increase the counter and then replace. If for example you killed 1 slime, you're showing picture number 1, which equals the little number 1, and you can do that on a visual display or things like that. What I'm doing here is basically updating the player on how many slimes they have killed so far, and you do that by using the /v and the name of the variable command right here on the text. This will replace the content of the variable 81 and put it in your text message. So in this case, as soon as you kill 1 slime, it will increase by 1 unit, and this will become the number 1 or the number 2 or the number 3, depending on how many slimes you have killed so far. That's it. And after you increase the variable by 1 unit, you'll turn this event off again. So you'll turn the switch, the slimes activate upon death, you'll turn it off. So once slime dies again, the switch will activate again, and this will increase 1 more time, and then it will turn itself off. Make sense? So you have to create this as a parallel process and make sure that the trigger is set to that. That's pretty much it. So we'll take a look and run it. I'll run it in full screen mode so you can see how the demo plays out. So here we go. All right. So there you go. So the game is loading, and again, this is Atelier RGSS. We'll go to new game. And here we go. Okay, we have our map, we have our slimes moving randomly, and we have our NPC. So I'll approach to that guy and, hello hero, we need your help to save our village. You see, the slimes have been causing a great deal of trouble and we need to do something. Okay, so if you could kill 3 slimes, we would be forever in your debt. Great. Would you help us, heroes? And then you have the options that we set up, and then you have slimes. You betcha. We'll kill slimes. Thank you, hero. Bring me a sample of their blood as proof. So there we go. We have a notification on the screen that the quest has been activated. So go kill slimes, it says. Good. We'll go and activate the battle, and we'll fight the slimes. There we go. There you go, you have a notification that tells you have killed 1 slimes. Good. We'll continue the battle. You don't have to have the slimes in the same room. You can have them in different rooms and have the player go through different rooms to find the actual amount of enemies they need to find. This is just for teaching purposes. There you go, we have killed 3 slimes. And good. Okay, so we now need to go to the NPC player and return our quest. So wow, you really killed the 3 slimes. You're awesome. Here, take this as a token of our appreciation. You see, you were given 1,000 gold, and if we take a look at this, you have 1,015 gold, which is actually, you know, a lot of money. So great. And then if we try to return the quest again, thank you hero, and it will not repeat anyways. So this is how you create that type of quest, and I'll go to quit and return to interface. So yeah, so please, if you like this video, please rate it a thumbs up. If you have comments, leave them on the sections below, and if you like my tutorials, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I will create many different tutorials on many different platforms, including Unity, Construct 2, RPG Maker, and others like Game Maker Studio and things like that. So I'll create platforms and different tutorials and things that you can do on each one of them. And yeah, if you like those types of tutorials, leave topics that you would like me to cover on the comment sections below. You can always download the demo of this particular lesson so you can go ahead and use it in your own games. And if you like this quest system, you know how to do it now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.